Hello and welcome to day 83. You know what happened, right? You basically know what happened. I did record an episode yesterday and it did not publish because it lost some connection, didn't give up, and never gave me a notification that an episode has not been published. Fucking love Spreaker, honestly. Welcome to day 83. Day 83 is a day filled with being absolutely bloody miserable and useless. That's my day. That is what I've been looking forward to. It's a day surrounded with food, with alcohol I never ever drink. And there you go. I'm drinking today. For the first time in at least 3 months, actually. I'm not drinking much because I'm not a drinker. Like, I will have one drink and then I don't feel very good and I don't go past that. So getting drunk is very difficult with my stomach. That's just where it is. But yeah, I'm drinking. I have a whole day free. I have no driving responsibilities until tomorrow at 5 p.m. And considering how much I drink, I'll be absolutely fine. I keep on thinking about the concept of identities, of lesser self and higher self, and how to deal with it. That's my big problem in my transformation process. That is why I'm 28 years old, never did anything of any significance whatsoever ever in my life. And it is because in a best case scenario, in around 2 or 3 months' time, I completely give up. I am exactly at this point. Yes, I did hope that if I will remain my focus and I will be disciplined and I will record a podcast episode every single day of this journey, this will not happen. But it did happen. It did happen. So here I am, not willing to do anything at all. Willingness to do things is coming back to me slowly. But at a great expense. At all this time spent not learning, not meditating. Oh my god, all the calories consumed. I am afraid to get on a scale. I fucked up. I greatly fucked up. And I mentioned in the last episode that I kind of feel like a fusion of Sheogorath and Jiggalak from The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Creating the world and destroying it, then creating the world and destroying it again. And the reason why it is happening is I am calling it the conflict of two selves. I know that concept of identity is illusory, but still, I can't deny we all act like that. We all act as if there are two people inside. If there wouldn't be any people if there wouldn't be more than one person inside, you would never be able to talk to yourself. To listen to the voice of someone else, to treat yourself. What does it even mean? How one person can treat themselves, you know what I mean? You treat another person. There's no way for you to have a relationship with yourself because having a relationship with yourself requires two selves to coexist together. Yeah? So, okay, there are two of us. Strange as fuck. I don't know how it works. Doesn't matter. We all act as if there are two of us. So if I will keep on pretending that there is only one of me, then there is no way for things to be otherwise, I will never get anywhere. So, not lying to myself, there are two of me. There's two of me in one body. And it doesn't work. Clearly doesn't work. If one person wants to go and live healthy and fulfill my responsibilities, and the other person just wants to binge eat, masturbate, and play video games, this will not work. This will not work. So, what is this conflict of two selves and what to do with it? Because quite clearly, one self is not truer than the other. Either both of them don't exist or both of them exist. Quite clearly, I am always doing whatever I'm doing based on the decisions of one of those two people. Okay, sometimes one is stronger than the other. Okay, well, that sucks. Because if you won't do anything with this fact, then you will be creating the world and destroying the world. The lesser self wants exactly the opposite of the higher self. Okay? I am calling a lesser self because lesser self is primitive. It's like an animal. It's just animal needs for food, for sex, for entertainment. And it doesn't have a concept of time, which is an animal thing. Animals does not understand time. Not on the intellectual level. And a higher self understands time. Higher self also wants to act in the purpose of bringing happiness, prosperity, and peace to yourself and people around, but it understands the concept of time. That's the big deal. Because you sacrifice today for tomorrow, while lesser self seems to be unaware that tomorrow exists, seems to be unaware that the next day it will wake up, it will still be the same person. If you eat 10 donuts a day, you will be an equivalent of 10 donuts a day fatter every single day. And if you understand the concept of time, if you do it, enough times, you'll be severely obese. Suffer from diabetes. You will increase the probability of cardiovascular diseases and chronic diseases. This will suck, okay? This will suck. So, it does seem to me that following higher self is always the best idea. This is exactly what Stoics try to teach us. That is exactly what every single motivational speaker tells us too. That is what David Goggins means. David Goggins also operates in a duality of a human mind. There's two of me. There is a little bitch. There is a David Goggins, and there is Goggins, right? Goggins is his higher self, and David Goggins is his lesser self. Those two selves coexist together, but they have a very savage relationship because Goggins beats the shit out of David Goggins as often as he can. I proposed an idea yesterday that it might be proficient to try and develop some sort of a dialogue between the lesser self and higher self. Maybe we can go into some kind of a symbiosis and, agreements on the same things. But you can't negotiate with an animal. You can't negotiate with an animal. Like, you can't do that, bro. You can't do that. It's an animal. My cat has to take urinary tablets. Twice already it had kidney stones, and we need to give her tablets. We already tried to, we bought those pocket treats to put the tablet inside and try to treat the cat that it's a treat and not a medicine, and it will be tasty, and it should swallow it. It didn't work, so we have to shove it down her throat. She hates that. I hate doing this. Everybody hates doing this. And there's no way for me to negotiate with her that this is good for her. That's what we should do. No, it's just not going to work like that. She will always stray away from having a tablet. But if she would know what the tablet is for and what sort of pain she can avoid and potential death as well, I am pretty sure that she would beg for it. She can't grasp the concept though, so she won't. Lesser self can't grasp the concept of time, can't grasp the concept of what is really good for you and everyone around in as longest period of time as it is possible. Lesser self can't get that. Can't get that. Therefore, it does appear to me that the only way to live is to listen to the higher self. You just do the things that are good. You do the things that are necessary. You take on the responsibilities on your shoulders and you carry it. You do the best you can. You do the best you can to develop yourself, to care about the others, to bring some wealth and peace to life of as many people as you can. Try to fix things instead of breaking things, Like, you do all this stuff. You treat rest only as the way to empower yourself so that you can do more. That's what you do. You do not treat yourself with pleasures. You do not treat yourself with something that is even unnecessary but seemingly unharmful. Because if you devote yourself to the things that are unnecessary and unharmful, in the best case scenario, you waste your potential, you waste your time and energy you could put into something that is actually good. Now, why the fuck is this difficult to do? Why the hell am I failing? Why the fuck am I failing? Why, for some time, I'm motivated and driven and I go, and then when things go hard, the lesser self uses the argument of the higher self just to reach its own goals. So you would tell yourself, oh, I'm actually tired, I'm tired, maybe I should not go today and run. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Bullshit, honestly. Just go and run. Maybe you are tired, but so what? So what? You'll be alright. You'll be all fine. You use excuses. Oh, maybe, I deserve it. I should give myself some sort of a cheat day. I totally deserve it. It's like, nah. What does it even mean? You deserve health and happiness and prosperity, and all the garbage food is going to stray you away from that concept. The only reason why you live 80% of your life healthy and 20% of your life unhealthy is because you don't have enough willpower to stick to the healthy diet. But basically sticking 100% to the healthy diet would be the best case scenario. Then why don't you do it? Here's the thing. There is more than one person on the steering wheel. There is more than one person on the steering wheel, and the higher self is honest, is brutally honest, it never lies. If you ask the question and you mean it, you will get the answer. And you might not fucking like it. The lower self is deceitful. It will trick you. It will lie. Like, excuse is a lie. Saying to yourself, oh my god, I just need a rest, it's been a tough time, only to be lazy, it's a fucking lie. And it's a self-destructive lie that doesn't even taste that good. How to give power to the higher self and take away power from the lower self. You may say to yourself, well, you simply, support the higher self's cause way more often than you support the lower self. And in this way, you win, right? You win. That's the power. Whenever you feel weak, whenever I feel weak, because that's my fucking problem, whenever I feel weak, I may ask myself a question. Is this the truth? Is this how it has to be? Is this why I should go easy on myself? Is this rational? Will this result in a higher productivity? Will this result in a more goodness in the world? Asking yourself those questions. And you may get the answer. Fucking hell, but in order to ask yourself questions like that, you need to be aware, you need to be focused, basically every single moment, so that you won't slip. Life is not easy. Life is a fucking struggle. And lower self does not understand that. Lower self thinks it might be an easy day. I gotta tell you, today I'm having an easy day. It's actually an evening of the easy day. My back fucking hurts because I've been just laying in one position the whole fucking day. I'm so full I barely fucking walk. That's how much food I have. Fast foods and sweets, some Nutella and chocolate and milkshakes. Jeez, I had fucking all. I had it all. And I can't say that it's been good. Stoics are right. They were always right from the very beginning. The purpose of Stoicism is to find virtue. You find virtue in order to live a healthy and happy life. The happiness is the purpose. The happiness is the very purpose. The only thing is that you are going to live for longer than just today. So if you do want to make happiness the purpose in your life, you better be fucking smart about it. Okay? In order to be happy, you need to exercise and be on a diet and develop towards a better future. And this will mean that your days are going to be miserable. Why? In order to bring happiness. If that's what you really want. Because nothing tastes as good as getting up in the morning and being actually fit. And you wake up in the morning and let's say you're fit, you got there, right? You lost weight, and you're fucking fit now. And you don't want to go for a fucking run. It seems like nothing have changed. And you gotta go and suffer anyway. Because even this day, when you're fit and you go and you suffer, it's far fucking better than suffering from a lot of chronic diseases, being fat as fuck, and sweaty because you had to go and get up and go to the fucking toilet, holding your breath because you have to tie your laces, stuff like that. If you want to think about this concept on a more intellectual level, then developing yourself towards a better career is also way fucking better. Like, imagine that you're actually getting up and you're going to fulfill the work of your passion. This is far fucking better than getting up and playing video games even. Because that doesn't even taste that good. The feeling of fun disappears after an hour or two. You don't need more than that. I've never ever in my life had fun whole fucking day. Like today, I'm not doing anything else. I'm just playing video games. I stopped having fun hours ago. I still do it. Serving higher self is wisdom. And I really thought that there may be some matter of compromise. But the truth is, every single time you will do something for the lower self, every single time you will succumb to your animal instinct while very well known that this will not bring any sort of good in the long term, that this is not an investment, you waste this portion of time and this portion of energy that has been given to you. Live with that. That's that. And I happen to waste way over 2 decades of my life. Genuinely. There is no way the compromise between a higher and a lower self can even exist. It's not there. It's not gonna happen. Fucking hell. I succumbed to the lower self for the past God knows how even long. And today is the summit of it. Because this little voice thought that it can avoid pain, that it can avoid struggle, that it can avoid sickness, that it can avoid tears. No, you fucking can't. You really can't. You have to go in there. And if you face your own suffering, that's the only way that you can make it less. So there I am, at the very bottom of the pit that I dug out with my own bloody hands. Tomorrow is not going to be much better. I still have a fuckload of unhealthy food that I bought, way more than I had to. I will keep on committing to existing in those lower levels on fucking purpose. Because I am being drawn to this place anyway. I can say to myself, I actually feel motivated right now. I will get up in the morning, I'll go for a run. I seriously thought about it several times right now. I will throw out all this food that I bought. From tomorrow, new beginning. It's fucking not new beginning, bitch. You said that to yourself so many times. You had so many brilliant thoughts. And I always came back in here. Binge eating, alcohol, and playing video games. Wasting my life all away. I am going to keep on doing this tomorrow too. Being very aware of how the fuck it feels to be an ignorant slut. And I'll keep on doing it. Tomorrow and day after too. The plan to come back is from Monday. I'll be way fucking fatter. Way more demotivated. All the progress squandered. But that's what I fucking want, right? Like, that's what I want. That's what I want. I've been dreaming about all this food and opportunities to be lazy and unproductive and useless. There you go. Go and savor it. There you go. The gates of heaven are open. Bloody hell. Starting from Monday, here is my new artifact that I want to use. When the moment of doubt is coming and you feel weak, have the courage to sit down and ask myself honestly about the productivity of whatever I want to participate in or don't want to participate in. Will it be good for me or will it be bad for me? I will know the fucking answer. I would feel it. And I gotta succumb. I gotta serve the higher self. I gotta serve whatever the feeling arises. And there is absolutely no other way. But that's from Monday. I am not going to use this motivation that I accumulated through all this time of being a bitch in order to drive myself forward. Not yet, no. I want to spend some time on the bottom of the pit. I want to gain fat. I want to be lazy. I want to savor it. See how it is. All this fucking farts on bloating and sleepless nights. See how it is. See where it goes. And then on Monday, being armed with new experiences and new knowledge, I will go and try again. And I know that I will fall again. But I do want to be more knowledgeable after every single time so that I will fall less often. And maybe not so miserably whenever it happens. And know, just fucking know that I am in control. I can fool myself that I haven't been able to stick to certain promises, but the truth is I have been always able to stick to every single promise I ever made. I just chose to broke it. I always do have a choice. And that's that.